Hello children. We are doing chapter seeds, structure and germination. Today we will start with the food storage in the seeds. In our previous class we were doing the structure of seed, in which we had completed the part seed coat and the embryo. The third part of the structure of the seed is the food storage in the seeds. The food is stored either in the cotyledons or in a special food storage tissues called endosperm. So, on the basis of endosperm, types of seeds are albuminous and ex-albuminous. If the seed contains endosperm, then they are called as albuminous. In the type and in both monocotyledons and dicotyledons, we have monocot albuminous seeds also, such as seen here maize, palm, millets, etc. Then in dicot albuminous seeds also we have like poppy, castor, cotton. When we talk about ex-albuminous seeds, that is non-endospermic, it means they don't have endosperms. Okay, they store their food in the cotyledons. So within the monocot ex-albuminous seeds, we have vallisneria or orchids, and in dicot seed we have gram, pea, mango as in ex-albuminous seeds. So this was the type of seeds on the basis of endosperm. Now we will start with the bean structure. External structure of seed we have already discussed in our previous class. Okay, so in this we will discuss about the internal structure of bean. So internal structure of bean, somewhat it looks like that the outermost layer, it has a testa, then the innermost tegmen, then here we have the epicotyle. Okay, the epicotyle is the portion of the embryonic axis between the plumule and the mesocotyle. Okay, then we have a hypocotyle, which is present in the embryo axis between the mesocotyle and radicle. Then here we have a radicle, and here these two are cotyledons. So this is the basic internal structure of bean seed. Now seed coat contains testa and tegmen. Okay, so when we talk about bean seeds are basically kidney shaped, okay, and being convex on one side and concave on the other side. Okay, so the following external features are seen in the bean seed. It contains the seed coat, that is testa and tegmen. Testa is the outermost smooth, thick and colored protective layer. Okay, it protects the seed from fungi, bacteria and insects, whereas the tegmen also performs the protection to the seed. Okay, then we come to the hilum. Hilum is seen on the concave side of the seed, present like a scar, and it is the point from where the seed is attached to the pod with the help of stalk called the funiculus. Okay, and on maturity it detaches and the scar is left behind, which we called as hilum. Then we come on to the micropyle. Adjacent to the hilum is present a very minute pore, which we called as micropyle. Micropyle's main function is to absorb the water and exchange of gases during the germination of seeds. Then cotyledons basically its function is to store food and provide nourishment to the developing embryo, developing embryo axis during the germination. Okay, then we have here embryo, radicle leads to the growth of root system of the plant, and the plumule, which leads to the growth of shoot system of the plant. So this is all about the bean seed. Okay, now we talk about the structure of maize seeds. Structure of maize seed, it is also known as a maize grain. Why it is called as a maize grain? Because in this the fruit wall is fused with the seed coat. When we see the external structure of maize is like it. We get to see here as a remains of style. This is an endosperm, and this is the position of an embryo, that is the plumule and the radicle. So this is all about the external feature of the maize grain. The maize grain is a flat, okay, triangular or almost triangular or oblong structure, okay, and when we see this external structure, so we get to see that a large yellowish upper area which marks the position of an endosperm, okay, and there is a small whitish lower area that contains the embryo. Okay, now what does the external structure of maize grain look like? This is the LS, that is the longitudinal section of the seed of a maize, longitudinal section of the maize grain. Okay, so here you get to see here the outermost layer is a pericarp and seed coat fused. Then we have an aileron layer. Okay, this yellow colored part is the endosperm, which is the large area, okay, to store the food in it. Okay, then we have here scutellum, which is the cotyledon. Okay, these part are the embryo, which has a coleoptile, plumule, radicle and coleorhizome. Okay, so here we see that what does it contains? Pericarp and seed coat are fused. That's why, because of this reason, it is called as grain. Okay, now here hilum and micropyle are not distinguishable in maize grain. Then it forms the bulk of a grain and stores starch. Here endosperm is the bulk of grain and it stores starch as a reserve food material. This endosperm is surrounded by a single cell layer, thick layer, which we called as aileron layer. This layer is rich in proteins. Okay, then we have a cotyledon. It contains a single cotyledon. It is papery, okay, and it is a shield shape. This is a shield shape and it is called as scutellum. Okay, it is called as scutellum. Fine. Then we have a plumule. Plumule contains the growing tip with the few embryonic leaves, and this is covered by a plumule sheath, which is called as coleoptile. Okay, the radicle lies just below that. Okay, it is the base of the grain and it is covered by a root cap. It is surrounded by a protective root sheath, okay, which we called as coleorhizome. Okay, so this portion is the embryo of the seed. Okay, so children, I had already given you the assignment to draw the structure of a seed and draw the structure of beans seed and maize grain. I hope you all have made that. Okay, now you have to find out the major differences between bean seed and maize grain with the help of your book. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.